Welcome to a new reading, my gorgeous ones. This is Dr. V, and if you're new to this channel, I want to give you a big welcome and let you know that here we do love tarot readings to help you to connect with your divine masculine or divine feminine at a deeper level so that you can make really clear and empowered choices and live your best life. So let's get right into today's reading, where we're going to be checking in on the energies going on right now between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Of course, please use these labels as they work for you and your situation, and make sure that you take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Okay, so let's get right into it. Our first question for Spirit is, what is the divine masculine's energy towards his feminine right now? How is the masculine feeling towards his feminine right now? What energy is he in? So the masculine is in this energy, the like a bird energy. So what I'm feeling from this is that he is in a precarious position, in the sense that there are things in his life, in his situation right now, that he wants to fly away from. And that's why he came up as this major theme of flight, right? What do we associate with the energy of the bird? So if the bird is his spirit animal right now, if we were to look at it from that perspective, then that right now his energy is really that of taking flight, of wanting to spread his wings, of wanting to be free. For you feminines who are watching this for your masculine, and if you have noticed that when the two of you have been interacting lately, he's distracted, his energy is somewhere else, you feel that he's not fully paying attention to you, that's because he's in this energy of feeling restricted in some way and really wanting to spread his wings. It's like a pressure. It's like a, not from you, but it's like this wanting to fly away so that he could be liberated from all the things in his life that feel like they're weighing down onto him. Okay, so let's get into what those things may be. And we can do that by first starting with his tarot. So this is interesting. He got the Chariot in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the King of Wands. So this is very interesting because here we have some very powerful cards, major arcana. The fact that he has the Chariot and the Magician in reverse, to me, is a real indication of that stuck energy, that energy of feeling repressed, right? Because when the Chariot and the Magician are in their upright form, it means that you are taking control or seeking to take control of different forces in your life. Like you are trying to be the master of your own ship, as in the charioteer, the one who controls all of the different horses, and the horses being metaphor for all of the situations in your life, the things that are unique to you, your life purpose and your life journey. He feels that something has him spooked, as in it's like it's out of his control and he's trying to gain control. He's feeling the pressure, but he is not able to figure out what to do. The Magician in reverse tells me that he doesn't know yet what the right answer is, because when the Magician is in its upright form, it's actually about feeling like you have that magical ability to come up with creative solutions to any obstacles that come in your path, right? That you have this confidence in you that you can tackle whatever comes, and you know that the idea, the solution, the way to handle something the right way will come to you. It's that knowing of that. So when I see the Magician and the Chariot in reverse together, it tells me that this masculine has lost control of certain aspects of his life, and he feels at a loss for how to solve the conundrum, right? How to solve this riddle or this problem. And so that is not a really good place for him to be, because see, this is where he wants to be. So what I'm feeling is that there is a definite disappointment in these masculines, because the way they see themselves versus the way, the way that they are showing up in the world right now is disconnected. So this masculine sees himself as the King of Wands. He is a dynamic man who is strong, who is very certain, who is used to being the boss of situations, is used to going out and taking very strategic action, is used to getting really good results with the actions that he does take. That's where he feels he is, or where he should be. So there's a tremendous energy of let down. And so this is really fascinating to me. Very, very interesting energy. So what I'm also feeling here is that for some of you, and again, see, this is a general reading. So if it doesn't apply to your specific situation, that's absolutely okay. If you'd like guidance on what is specifically going on between you and your loved one, your beloved, then that's what a private reading would be for between you and I. And so the link for that is in the box below. But so far, what I'm feeling for some of you is that you are in some sort of separation, but there is a third party who is exerting an influence on your masculine. So it's not that he's dating her just yet, but she is definitely interested, and she has inserted herself into some part of his world. But she is watching, and she is interested, and she is gaining traction in having more interactions with your masculine, as in like she's looking for opportunities to talk to him more. It's more like a rebound. That's what I'm feeling, is that they're rebounding. And so whoever this other person is, it's not that they're serious about them or anything, but it's more of a rebound because of these. See, these are the two messages that came through from your masculine's deeper self, which is, we were too different. That's why I'm with someone similar to me. So that is so interesting. Look how that came up with this karmic partner card together, which I find fascinating. I'm trying to bury my love for you. See? Oh my gosh. Oh, guys, can you believe I had not even yet read this card? I had picked up these two, but I hadn't even read this card. And yet I felt exactly this, is that he is using this person to bury his love for you. Okay, so there is this lack of belief. See, because he also got this believe card. He's having a hard time believing that it's going to work out. And I feel like that's why he is feeling these kind of energies. So what I'm feeling is that it's not that he doesn't love you. He does very much love you. He still feels that connection. But I'm feeling that these energies are making him feel a little hopeless. They're making him feel like it's almost like they're making him feel like he doesn't have that free will. Like he's not seeing the path. He's not seeing the solution. He's feeling like this whole connection is getting away from him. Like he is losing you, right? Like he's like, running around in circles. That's what this Chariot also in its reverse form tells us, right? Running around in circles because he's on some sort of a rebound. There's something in him that is processing, and it's not processing right now. See, this whole card here is all about how do we process our emotions? How do we process how we feel in the right way, so we can drop resistance, right? So we can make the right decisions. But right now, I'm again feeling that these masculines are not processing right. It's like they want to feel that they can be safe in loving you again. Like there's some sort of a safe path back into your presence, feminine, right? That's part of this too. This, wanting to spread his wings and wanting to fly, I feel is also part of him. And this is for those of you who are in separation, part of him wanting to fly back to you, but not feeling safe to do so, like not feeling like there is a direct path. And so he's kind of gotten off track into some sort of temptations of where this could lead him. Okay. Wow. That is really interesting. So let's go further here. What is the feminine's energy towards her masculine right now, Spirit? What is the feminine's energy towards her masculine right now? So feminine, let's see what your energy is. So your overall energy, the theme for where you're at right now, feminine, is Sleeping Beauty's dream. So what I'm feeling from this feminine is that you are, this is for some of you, again, not for all of you. There is some sort of a separation that has happened here. It may have been for a small amount of time. It may have been for a little bit longer amount of time. But you are definitely in a state of pause. And right now you may feel your masculine more in the 5D, like in your dreams. You may be having some very, very detailed, specific dreams about your masculine, about your journey, and about a lot of other things. There is some sort of state, there's some sort of a trance-like state that you have gone into because of some of the pain that you have been feeling over this connection. And it's almost like the connection had gotten too difficult. So you've decided to just kind of flow. You've decided to just detach and flow with it. And it's not that you don't love him. You do love him. You still feel a lot of that deep connection, but you've decided to just kind of flow within yourself and let spirit guide you. So actually this is really beautiful. And so I think what spirit has done is responded to you by giving you those dreams, right? Where you may be seeing things or understanding things in your dreams a lot more. Like it's almost like I'm feeling like you're getting dreams that are like explanation dreams, dreams that explain things to you in very magical and very like picturesque terms, like that explain things to you at a very intuitive level, at a level at which someone can't just sit there in front of you and talk to you about, right? There's certain things going on here in this connection, and it really doesn't matter if it's twin flame, soulmate, divine, immortal, beloved. It really doesn't matter. It's just about that love that you feel in your heart, that deep connection that you feel with your masculine. And so I'm feeling that these dreams that you've been having, I feel that they do come from spirit, and that they are using those dreams to soothe you, to help you feel more relaxed, to help you feel more in the flow, and to really explain situations to you in ways that words just cannot. Isn't that incredible? I'm feeling a very strong energy from that. Very strong. Because, see, I feel like the reason why spirit is doing that is because of the way that you have been feeling. See, now again, look at this. There is some mirroring going on here. You also got 2 cards in reverse, just as the masculine did, except in your case, it's sixes. Sixes. Okay, 6 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands. So what this tells me is that you are also tired of giving and not receiving. 6 of Pentacles. You decided to shut out your masculine for now because you were feeling taken advantage of. The 6 of Wands also says that you were feeling that you were not getting any kind of satisfaction, emotionally, physically, spiritually, from whatever phase that you were going through with your masculine. Okay, you weren't feeling like there was any sense of rejoicing going on, connection going on, or any kind of reciprocity, right? Six of Pentacles. You didn't feel that you were getting or receiving as much as you were giving out. So it felt very one-sided to you. And so you decided that, you weren't going to do this anymore. And that's why you retreated. And that's why we have you in this state. So it makes sense that you've also been in this Five of Cups energy, which is all about grief, right? You've been grieving the loss of some sort of a deep connection with your masculine. You've been in that state of seeing that he is not, or has not been, giving back to you in the way that you deserve, in the way the connection deserves. And so see, you have been feeling like there's some destructive energy going on here, Tower energy. You have felt that energy coming through between you and your masculine, and you were right. And so that's why you also got these cards. See, there's been some sort of a deceptive energy here between the two of you, as in like either he has not been fully open about how he's thinking and feeling about the connection. And then you have also been keeping your own real heart from him. Like, as in like, you didn't feel that you could be vulnerable anymore. You started to really put up the walls because you felt that he wasn't understanding where you're coming from. He was not understanding your true heart. And so you started to just kind of put up a front. And towards the end, like before the separation started, you just started to be more like somebody who toes the line, right? It's just status quo. Like, okay, I'm not going to do anything to rock the boat here. That's what I'm feeling. And then you got tired of that because you're like, how long can I go on giving, being calm, feeling so bad on the inside, but trying to show that I'm okay on the outside? That's the feeling I'm getting here, is that you just were gotten to the point where you were exhausted of putting up a front of being happy and normal. That's what you tried to do. You just wanted to be happy and normal around him. You didn't want to be triggered by any of the issues that he was going through. You didn't want to participate in any of the drama that he was going through. So you kind of, practiced more of this like self-deception, like, what, everything's okay. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's, I'm okay. I'm good, right? But inside you were not okay. You were not good. It was an act. It was a front that you put up so that you didn't have to be vulnerable to him. You didn't have to open up or start any kind of a new drama, right? Like you're drama free. You don't want that. So you kept yourself, like the true feelings of your heart, the true grief that you were going through, you kept it to yourself, feminine. I feel so sad. This is so sad. You just kept it to yourself. You didn't show your masculine how you were really feeling because you wanted to be that strong woman. And that is a good thing. That is a good value to have. But then ultimately, you'll get to a point where you can't take it anymore. How long can you hide the grief that you feel, the sadness that you feel, right? So that's what you were doing. And so I feel like that's why you got to a point where you just said, no more. I can't do this anymore. I have to be totally honest with him. I have to tell him how I feel. And you know what? I got to focus on me. And so see, nonsense. It's time to talk sense. So you finally got to a point where you're like, I'm not going to hide this anymore. This is BS. And you opened up and you told your masculine exactly how you felt. You told him the ways in which you felt that that you were not getting what you wanted from this connection, which was these two things, right? These in their upright form is reciprocity, giving and receiving in an equal flow. You receive as much as you're giving out of your energy. And this is the energy of being really victorious, right? A wedding, a commitment, celebrating something real, celebrating real progress. So I'm feeling that this is what you were looking for, feminine, real progress in this connection, so that it's built on a solid foundation. But when you saw step by step that your masculine was not able to give that to you, or there were obstacles in the way of that, you tried to make it so that it's okay, right? You just tried to keep it like okay for a long period of time until you just snapped and you couldn't take it anymore. And so that's it. You said, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And what I'm feeling is that you decided to refresh yourself, to reinvent yourself, to rejuvenate yourself by taking that break, by getting out of the situation. Some of you have even been traveling or are planning to travel, because that is something that you love to do. Even if it's a small trip just out of town, it doesn't have to be international. But I'm feeling that many of you are trying to get your bearings back through leaving this environment. It's almost like the vibration of the environment that you've been in together has been very suffocating. And look at this. Don't you see the mirroring again? There's so much mirroring going on here, because look, this is very similar energies. In the same way that he wants to spread his wings and be free, you do as well. You do as well. So, take this as positive. If this is what you both need, if you both need to spread your wings at this time, and take some time to change your environment, to go out and have some fresh energy, to go to new places and experience new things so that you can find your way back to each other when you're ready, then it's absolutely fine. You don't have to pressure yourselves to be together right this very moment and drive each other crazy if it's not working out right now, right? If you're not feeling like there's a flow and a connection between the two of you, then it is fine to take this time for yourselves. Okay, so let's pause here and let's do our affirmation of the day. Today's affirmation is all about feeling self-confident in the choices that we make. So when we make empowered choices in our life, it comes from that point of that place in our soul where we know it's what's right for us. We are following the whispering of God or universe or source, however which way you see that. You are following your true inner guidance with every decision that you make, right? So today's affirmation is, I love my decisions. I love my decisions, so that you know that you have the power, you have the free will to make loving, strong, nurturing, and beautiful decisions in your life that are to your greatest benefit. And don't be shy in claiming decisions as your own, right? Don't be shy in making a stand for what is right for you. So I feel that that is very much in alignment with this reading so far, which has been all about the feminine taking a stand and saying, you know what, I won't do this anymore. I'm going to focus on me and my joy, because right now this is not working for me. It's okay. I can make the decision to step away. And that's why this works so beautifully. So make sure that you practice that today. Write it in the comment box. I love my decisions. And practice that affirmation. Put it in your vibration so that you don't second guess yourself. So that you feel very confident that each choice you make moving forward every single day is a small choice that is going to add up to big and beautiful results for you, right? You have to believe in that. Make sure you do, because I love you guys and I want to see you making amazing decisions for yourselves that make you feel so good and give you the exact life that you want and deserve. So let's get back to the reading. And our next question for Spirit is, what steps could the masculine take towards you, feminine, in the future? Okay, now that we know that this reading is, kind of centered on people who have been struggling and who may be in a pause right now, what steps can the masculine take towards his feminine as they come back together? What steps can the masculine take to come towards his feminine? And what does he need to do in order to come back towards his feminine? Wow. Look at that. This is really incredible. So, home in the sky. This is the overall energy of what steps can the masculine take to come back to you, feminine, to come back to this connection, and to, especially for those of you who do have some sort of a karmic situation in that they are either, casually dating somebody else, looking to kind of forget you or move on, right? Because they're lying to themselves. Or for those of you who have that third party who is interested and is kind of hovering around, I think this is the resolution to that, home in the sky. So I feel that what this means is that you are truly your masculine's home. And I feel that as you both elevate your vibrations, you deal with some of these issues that have been going on between the two of you. If you can clean up that vibe, if you can clean up that connection, then I think the beauty of this home is that the home that you are building together, it's not just at the level of the material, right? The home is at many different levels. It's at the level of emotional connection, physical bonding, like the actual real home, but also home is where the heart is, right? So that heart part of it, the emotions that you're building of how you feel that this is your home. Wherever he is home. Wherever you are is his home, right? It's also home of the heart. So in all ways, it's like for him to come back to you, there are certain lessons that he needs to learn, which he will, because you really are his home. You really are his true destination. But right now you're both on a journey coming back to your real destination, right? So let's see where that journey is going right now and what needs to be done in order to come back, right? In order to come back. But what I'm hoping that you're seeing here, though, is that even though this reading has been definitely one of more struggle, I hope you're seeing that you guys are really mirroring each other in many ways. The energies are almost identical. So there's a specific mirroring going on here for sure. So let's see this. So I feel like in order for him to come back to this connection, these are the three things that he is going to have to deal with. That he's going to have to, these are the, like, if he wants to make steps back into your heart, if he wants to win your heart again, if he wants to get over this energy of that third person, if he wants to like stop being on the wrong path and come back to where his true home and heart is, which is with you, then these are the things that he's going to have to handle in order to find it. Because see, look at this. I mean, this is so big. Look at this. This is the reality, guys. This is the real connection here between the two of you. You are each other's home. You have the absolute potential of having a real commitment, a wedding, a marriage, a home, a family. Now, how are you going to find your way back? This is what he needs to do. 5 of Wands, Hermit, and the Devil. It's so clear. He needs to go from an unawakened to an awakened state. This is so, so important. Okay, he needs to start awaking. He also needs to understand that he's at a crossroads, which means that he is at a point where he could easily lose you, right? He has to make the right decision. Like, which way is he going to go? Is he going to go down the path that leads him to, you know, all these other karmic connections that do nothing for him? They're just these, you know, kind of like passing time things that just continue to waste your time? Or is he going to choose you and come down the right path of true home, heart, and building a real life, right? That's the most important part here. So these are the things that he's going to have to get over. And I feel that it's these two things, the devil and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a fighting energy, okay? So this masculine, one of his weaknesses is that he tends to fight. When he gets triggered, he tends to get into fights with you. And so he's going to have to stop that. He's going to have to find a way to redirect his fighting energy into an energy of working things out, being more calm, staying calm in situations where it could get heated, being, you know, focusing more on listening to you instead of talking will also help him to stop being in this very, you know, struggle, dogfight, Five of Wands energy. And then the other thing is he's going to have to deal with whatever toxic energies that he has in him, which is what the devil's energy represents, right? The things in him that are very negative, like shadow work, shadowy sides to his persona that make him kind of like, that influence him to make wrong decisions. That's a problem with this masculine for sure. So he's going to have to get into some of that work. And look at this. Isn't it so amazing? Because the only way to identify these things and to conquer these things, right? To conquer that fighting energy, to conquer the toxic energy, any kind of dark energies that lead him in the wrong direction, is to go into hermit mode. He has to be introspective, okay? Your masculine has to start introspecting. He has to look within himself and ask himself the tough questions and be really honest. Look at himself honestly, and how has he contributed to this separation, and what can he do to heal the hurt, to heal the things that have led to this, you know, temporary separation between the two of you on your journey back home to one another. This is so beautiful. This is absolutely within your power to do. Both of you, see, follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what is best for you. So I just love this. See, he's going to have to introspect. And when he does that, he will be able to move forward. He will be able to follow his own good advice. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is spirit confirming our affirmation, which is I love my decisions, right? There you have it. Follow your own advice. Trust your own decisions. And I feel like when this happens, when this healing, this introspection, this fixing of this vibration, this fixing of this energy happens, then you both will follow your good advice. You will follow the intuition within your heart that will lead you back to each other. Absolutely. This is totally possible. I love this. This is so hopeful, even though there have been definitely some challenges going on, right? That we have seen come up in this reading. So if you'd like to have a private reading so we can go deep on your specific situation, the link for that is in the box below, as well as the link to these 3 oracle decks that I've created specifically for all of you who are on this journey to love. So you know how much I love you guys, you know how much I believe in you, and I'll see you all on the next video.